Right, guys, 2024 is on. Drop in that chat where you're tuning in from. So excited to be with you all this evening. What is it? It is the 9th. I should know that. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow on the 10th. But guys, tonight is going to be a whole lot of fun. Obviously, it was amazing to have Mike Sotero with us on the weekend. If you missed that session, it's on the YouTube channel. He dropped a bunch of gold with us. If you don't know who Mike Sotero is, he's one of the top crypto educators on the planet inside of our academy. But tonight, guys, massive welcome to our team. I can see a whole lot of names I love and recognize over there. Tonight's going to be loaded for you guys with some value on how to progress through and utilize everything with SWIPECOIN, everything inside the crypto and stock side of the academy. At the same time, if you're brand new and you're a guest here tonight, someone invited you on, I trust you're going to have a great time with us and you're going to learn a whole bunch. But the goal for tonight, guys, the goal is for you to see the information so that you can actually go and put it into action. I believe just to get us all kicked off in the right place. There we go. Thanks for dropping that. There we go, guys. Stacked house from Auckland and Tauranga and Australia as well. Very, very cool, guys. Love it. Well, guys, tonight, I want to start the year off right. So for those of you that are, I don't know how many of you, drop goals in the chat if your goals are locked in and sorted. If they're not, that's okay. But I want to make sure that this is the year of more for you. So 2024, I believe, is going to be 2020 more. And I had that phrase roaming around in my head at the end of last year. And I believe it's going to be, for some people, it's going to be more of the same. More struggle, more tension, more whatever you had. But I truly believe for those that who are intentional and have a vision and show up with massive action, it's going to be more breakthrough, more abundance. And that's on us. That's on us to actually go after the things that we have inside of our hearts. But I love what Bob Proctor says. You know, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And so if you don't firstly have a seriously clear vision for your life, what life looks like for you on, say, the 31st of December, 2024, if you don't know what it looks like, if you haven't got some burning, beautiful image and picture in your mind, then, you know, those without a vision often return to their past. And so I want to encourage you, get super clear on what that vision is. For those of you that had a really clear vision last year and actually launched forward into that, you know what I'm talking about already. Last year was, man, 2023 was amazing. I don't want to spend time dwelling on that. But the beginning of it, a bunch of us actually traveled over to Miami this time a year ago. You know, we went to Miami, we went to a massive convention over there, Alex Morton's convention, and it was absolutely wild. It was called Break the Code. And those of us who went there got the value, more than the value that we paid for. And so what does that mean for us this year? Well, Alex actually did an amazing Zoom at the end of last year called Breakthrough, and he gave an amazing offer, guys. And so for those of you that don't know who Alex Morton is, excuse me, he is, well, he's one of the highest paid direct sales individuals on the planet. He's done over $2 billion in sales. At that event of his, he had some of his close friends and business partners there, people like Ed Mylett, Grant Cardone, Gary Brecker, some profound entrepreneurs and speakers. And so it was amazing to be in the room with them. If you haven't, you know, ever gone through some of their books or content, I highly recommend all of those guys. But what does this mean for us right now? Well, those of us in the academy, we may have tuned into Alex's special live at the end of last year, and he dropped something massive that I want to make sure you all take advantage of if you haven't already. He launched, after lots of people asking him, his own personal coaching program. And so it ranges in price as high as it was 10K for some of the closed stuff, which will be 25K US if people didn't pay for that last year. And people were paying for those on the day. That gets you some close personal contact with him in Miami this year. But for those of you that did take advantage of the momentum package, the middle package, 1500 US was the special. For those of us in IM, he gave us a code so that we get that for free. So if you want access to that, guys, go to winwitham.com/2024, because tomorrow is the first Zoom that he's doing, the first training Zoom. He's going to be doing multiple Zooms a month. He's going to be offering a stack of value. Get access to his previous trainings. Guys, it's 1500 US a year to have that access, that subscription to his mentorship. I highly recommend you take advantage of it. You can get it for free if you're in our academy. So if you want that promo code, you're not with us yet, get signed up for a few $100 and you can get that code and you're in. So anyway, moving right along, let me just see, is anyone else hearing me faintly? Guys, is my volume okay? Drop a 1 if you can hear me clearly. Hopefully, okay, cool. Thanks, Josh. There we go. We're good. Thank you. Maybe that was posted a while back. But guys, tonight, I want to start off like, just seriously, do you have a clear vision? Do you have a clear vision for what your life is going to look like at the end of 2024? And if it's not clear, how can you make it more clear? I want to encourage you, if you haven't taken the time already, you know, dial in that morning routine, dial in that vision for what you want life to look like. Because like I said again, a person without a vision for their future will return to the vision of their past. And so that's what it all starts with, getting super clear on what kind of person are you becoming? So what kind of individual, what kind of brother, sister, spouse, parent, grandparent, what kind of coworker, friend, coach, whatever your roles are that you play in this life, what does the best version of that look like? The highest level of character, gifting, what level of abundance are you able to walk in? Like what levels of debt do you have or don't have? What amounts do you have at your fingertips to be able to be so that you're so much so blessed that you can be a blessing to those around you? Like, what do you really, really want in your life by the end of this year? Because if it's super easy and attainable in your own strength, it's probably not God's highest plan for your life. You need to actually dream outside of what you think you're capable of, because if you aim small, you'll probably hit small. But I can tell you now, if you aim much bigger than what you think you're capable of, like so, you're going to start to, when you learn how to do this, when you start to get emotionally involved and on the vibration of what that best version of you looks like, then you will accelerate into that. I can't tell you, I've got story after story after story. But if you've heard, I mean, I've screamed about it by now, hold up. But Bob Proctor's book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. If you have not yet read that book, I finished it for the 7th time yesterday, guys, and I'm on my 8th run now. I will go over it again because there's so much gold in there. Chapter 7 specifically, I was re-listening to again yesterday, just on the odd chance. It just talks about gratitude. And I want to encourage you, like there's something so profound that Alex also spoke about on that Zoom last year. He talks about having a momentum morning routine. And so what I mean by that, it means you having a very clear plan for what your morning looks like. So before you pick up your phone, don't wake up in the morning and turn that on first thing. You're inviting all the noise of the world into your space. You're letting this set the agenda for your mind and your thoughts. And you need to have your thoughts dialed in and focused on what you want to go after. And so what do I mean by that? What does a momentum morning sound like? Well, it looks like you getting really quiet, getting into a place where you can, so firstly, Bob talks about practically how start by just write. If you've never done any of this before, there's so many different variations of this, but here's one that's simple and easy. Get a little book. There's my little Break the Code journal from last year, going to Miami, finish my last one, so now I'm on that one. And just start by writing down 10 things that you're grateful for. Write down the date and just write down those 10 things. It could be oxygen, it could be water, it could be a family, it could be electricity, whatever it is. Just putting yourself into a state of gratitude and thankfulness is a foundation that will completely shift your state. And if you start that way, it's an amazing place to build from. So write down those 10 things. Write down those 10 things you're grateful for. This is a little hack you can apply tomorrow. And then from there, send love to 3 people that might be causing some tension in your life. What does that mean? It means you just letting go and sending and thinking about, you don't have to text them, you don't have to call them, but just picturing the people that might be causing you some tension at work, that might be a little bit irritating, whatever it is, but just in your mind, think of them and be like, you know what? I've got love for you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you blessed. And just let that out, let that go. And it just releases all of the negative stuff. I remember someone once saying, unforgiveness is like drinking the poison that you think is going to affect the other person. It does nothing for you. Figure out a way to let go and move on. And just because you forgive someone, it doesn't mean you're restoring the full standard of trust and letting them back into your life. It just means that you're not expecting anything from them. They owe you nothing, and you're letting go of that rubbish. Because holding on to that stuff is just going to keep you in a very, very negative state, and that is not going to help you achieve anything this year. So write down 10 things that you're grateful for, send love to 3 people, and then spend 5 minutes just getting super clear. And I'm not here to tell you who to pray for. For me, I love the Lord. I love Jesus. That is my vibe. That is my King, my Lord, my Savior. That's me. And so for me, I am sitting down for at least 5 minutes in absolute silence and just asking. First, I'm going through that state of thankfulness. And then I'm just welcoming his guidance into my life for the day. I want to hear his voice. I know that he's got an ultimate plan for my life, and his ways are much better than mine. And so I'm taking 5 minutes to just welcome him into my space at that point. I'm already in that state of gratitude and thankfulness. Odds are I'm already thinking about him. But at that point, I'm just saying, you know what? What have you got in store for me today? I want to keep you at the center of my focus. I want to be in that space where I'm moving and grooving with you. And then after that, you can spend as much time in that. There's so many different variations you can bring to that. But for me, then I will go into reviewing what my actual goals are. And there's going to be at least 5 that are a major thing. And you need to know what your big ones are for the year. You might have goals there. There's a really good book called The One Thing, where it talks about domino goals. And so you might have this 1-day goal, right? Which, might be 5 years plus. And you think about, okay, what's the one thing I can do this year that's going to get me closer to my Sunday goal? Then what's the one thing I can do this month that's going to help me achieve my yearly goal? Then what's the one thing I must do this week to achieve my monthly goal? Then what's the one thing I must do today to achieve my weekly goal? Then what's the one thing I've got to do first thing to make sure I achieve that daily goal? Whatever it is for you, if you can work backwards that way, then you'll know I've just got to show up and knock over the domino for today. And that'll help me knock over the domino for the week and for the month and for the year. And I will move towards that thing that's in my heart for the future. And so with that, guys, writing down from a standpoint, like Bob teaches on this so well, and so does Alex, but you've got to picture that goal being completely done and finished. And you've got to be able to put yourself visually into that state of writing it down like this. Today, I am so happy and grateful now that, fill in the blank. Now that I have lost 10 kilos, now that I am 5% body fat, now that I have paid off my mortgage, now that I have, built a 6-figure plus, crypto investment portfolio, fill in the blank for yourself. I'm so happy and grateful now that. And whatever that goal is for you, it might be it might be a business goal, a family goal, whatever it is. For me, I would start off by saying, today I'm so happy and grateful now that my conscious, today I'm so happy and grateful now that my conscious and subconscious awareness of the Holy Spirit's presence, power, peace, protection, provision, abundance, and love is increasing in my life every day. And I would go on and talk about my family, and then I've just got these goals. I know what I want my life to look like at the end of the year. I want certain metrics to increase. And to do that, I am spending 5 minutes in the morning writing that thing out. I'm getting super clear and focused at the beginning of the day before all the distractions come flying at me. And if you can do that, if you can get yourself grounded and centered first thing before you just race to your computer with your copy and throw open the charts and start trying to make money, then you've got emails popping up, then you've got text messages popping up, and your goals, like suddenly other people are distracting you from your life's plan. And if you don't have a plan for your life, I guarantee someone else will. So guys, drop plan in the chat if this is landing for any of you. I want you guys to thrive. I want you to have the cheat code to be able to actually just show up every single day and move towards the things that are in your heart for this year, because I truly believe it's an opportunity for you guys to accelerate. And so dialing in a few of these little things, guys, I fine-tuned this early last year, and last year was the year of my life, without a doubt. Like, things just happened that I didn't think were possible. And so with that, we're going to keep moving. I made sure I wrote some notes down to make sure I don't go too off the topic. But guys, what gets measured gets managed. And that's a simple thing. It's a bit of an accounting term, which I am not, my dad was. But it's a simple thing. If you're not going to measure these things in your life, they're not going to get managed. And if you can get centered and really, really clear on what that vision is, and maybe that's the place where you got to go and spend a few minutes really clarifying, like, what is the vision for my life? Like, where am I going? Like, where do I want to live? Like, what kind of people do I want to be around? What kind of impact do I want to have, etc. Fill in the blank. If I had a few $1 million in the bank, what would I do with it? What kind of impact do I want to have? Because truly the real fulfillment in your life is going to come from impact and contribution, or contribution and therefore impact. Simon Sinek talks about it super good in his book, Find Your Why. And if you don't know what your why is, if you don't know what that thing is that you contribute and bring to the world, people chase happiness and they chase cars and houses and this, that, whatever, but it's none of that brings lasting fulfillment. It brings momentary happiness. But when you can define what it is that you are bringing to the world, like what it is when you show up and you bring and add value, that impact factor, that transformation factor, when you can define that and you can get a clear sense of vision of what does that look like, what does that feel like, and you can get real clear on that, guys, that like fulfillment is the real deal. And so for you, whatever that looks like, you've got to define that, but get clear on it, guys, and make this year an intentional year of you moving towards those goals. All right, so how are we doing for time? Let's keep moving. Huge plans, love it. I'm on, let's get it. Okay, so create that massive vision, raise your ambition and your expectation. What else have I got here? Deepen your discipline, guys. Yeah, that morning routine, that was what I was talking about with Alex. Tomorrow, he's got that first Zoom. Get on that Zoom. I believe it's about 1 p.m. New Zealand time for us. It's going to be worth it. Okay, where are we? Start with, in the morning. Got that. Win with Alex, winwitham.com /2024. Where are we? Sweet. All right, guys, drop momentum in the chat if you are ready for experiencing more momentum in your life this year. The actions you take during your first 90 days will largely determine whether you succeed or fail. Etienne, thank you so much for posting that. I remember so clearly at the beginning of last year, maybe even the end of 2022, our leaders were saying something along those lines, like the action you take in the first 90 days of the year determine the results you'll have for the whole year. And that is why after Break the Code, Etienne, myself, Tyler, Selena, a bunch of us came back from that event and we just said, right, like how can we if we want to 10x our results, we need to 10x our efforts. And we got super clear on what that looked like and we ran the plan, and last year was massive. But that's the thing, you got to get clear, like, okay guys, how do I actually accelerate? Well, get clear. We're already 1 week down. We're on it's the 9th of January. We are well into 2024 already. So get clear and take massive action, and you'll experience that momentum. Okay. All right, guys, let's move right along. So tonight I said we were going to get into the aspects of the Stocks and Crypto Academy and SWIPECOIN, because Mike touched on it, obviously, and he showed it. I want to show you very, very practically. I raced through and showed a 1-minute example the other day, but I want to make sure that you guys are tapped in and not leaving any money on the table this year. And so, woo, there we go. You look over and see how many people are on Zoom and you're suddenly stacked. Guys, well, if you joined us a little late, welcome. So stoked to have you with us. We're about to get into the source. So let me screen share. I can see we've also got quite a few watching on Facebook Live, but we've got a good dozen, no, not dozen. We've got, 40 something over here on Zoom. So let me get onto screen sharing that. Guys, drop a 2 in the chat, which I can't even see anymore. If you can see my screen, where's my chat gone? I've got to move the chat over. There we go. Got the chat back. Let's move that over there. Scroll to the bottom. 2. Cool. Thanks, Jordash. Legend. Okay, so I am going to roll through a few of these bits and pieces. So guys, right now this is a chart of Bitcoin. If you've never seen a chart before and you're absolutely brand new, that's okay. The blue candles just mean that price opened low and closed high. So during this 4 hour, you can see a 4 up there. During this 4 hour period, price went up, went up, went up, kind of went up and down and stayed around. And then, you know, if it's bright pink, it just means that it opened high and closed low and price went down, down, down. And sure enough, that's just price, that's candles. So we can look at the price of Bitcoin. We can hit D and look at a daily and zoom right out and see all sorts of things. So what have we got going on here? Let's have a look. There was a trade back there as an example, guys. So even with SWIPECOIN, guys, I'm going to show you this in a minute. Here, this was a trade from last week. That was an option. What happened here? So price somewhere in this zone. Anyway, let's get to a current one, right? Price, I don't have the entry zone on there anymore, so I don't know what happened with that one. We're going to go up to where we are right now. So Bitcoin is what we're looking at right now. This is the daily chart. We're going to zoom into 4 hour and we're going to look at really briefly what happened over here, because this was a trade that got called out by our educators and it went perfectly and beyond. So I'm going to show you what happened and where that came from. So guys, SWIPECOIN, this is myswipecoin.im. So you can go and log into this website. This is the app, guys. If you have not downloaded the app, go to the App Store, the Play Store, whatever your store is where you get your apps, and search for SWIPECOIN. It's going to look like this. You want to have this app on your phone. If you don't have a stocks and crypto subscription, you won't be able to log into it, but you can download it in the meantime. And then this is just the web version. So if you have that subscription, you can log into this and it looks the same. So where is that trade on Bitcoin that happened? I'm pretty sure it was it's one of these two. When was that trade? That was somewhere around the 2nd of January, potentially. Let's have a look. Well, I entered it there. So where are we? The 3rd. Let's go back to the app. And maybe I'll screenshot these side by side in a minute, which might be easier. 2nd, where's the 2nd? That's the 5th. It's probably that one. No, that one, 2nd of January. There we go. That's the one that we're looking at. See, all these trades just keep flying. So guys, inside the app, you're going to get a picture which looks like this. You can tell this looks like it was taken on a phone. And you're going to see a zone that's marked up right here. This is where price is at with Bitcoin. You're going to see Bitcoin USDT. 15M means he's looking at a 15-minute chart right here. So it's zoomed in a little bit. And then he's got the box, which is the entry zone. The top line is going to be on the other side of the arrows, the stop loss or invalidation zone. So if price goes up there, it's not doing what we think it's going to do. We're going to lose our 1%, whatever we're risking on this trade. But if price goes here to target 1, it's going to be at least a risk to reward of about 1 to 1. Then if price goes there, it's possibly even 1 to 3. So what does that look like? You can see the levels here. So I'm going to show you each of these levels because I copied it onto that chart a while ago. So entry 1, you're going to see 45,200. Entry 2, 45,600. So where is that on that chart? I'm going to show you. So this box, I drew it up as a box. You can see there, entry zone, 45,600, and then 45,200. Is that right? Or is that moved? 45,200, 45,600. So there you go. That box, the entry zone, suggested entry, it's giving you a zone. So let's just do it like this. You're going to see they're sending us a zone. So price is inside of the zone. Anytime price is in the zone, unless they say the trade's invalidated, like I took an entry on my phone somewhere in here and it ran down to the first target and then it ran back up. And then I entered on here, just on this demo account on side of paper trading. And sure enough, I set the target to TP, whatever this TP2 was, 1 and 2, and it did it overnight. And so let's go down a 15-minute chart to show it in a little bit more detail. I have to scroll back there. So guys, this is, and obviously there's a way to do this on MetaTrader 4 on your phone, which is way easier on the go. It's just hard to demonstrate that on a Zoom, but that's how I got started, guys. I spent my first 6 months just using the SWIPECOIN app and MetaTrader 4 on my phone. And so really easy way to copy and paste, because inside the app, these numbers are, you can copy these and you can paste these. And so you can literally copy an entry zone or just an entry. You can take a trade and say, when price hits this, I want my trade to start. You're going to copy a stop loss over, and you're going to copy, stop loss, invalidation level, that one, 4,600. So there, 4,600, let's go see that. There we go, the red line, 4,600 or 46,000, for Bitcoin. And then you're going to see the two different exit levels that they had here. So normally there's 3, but there were 2. So 44,700, 43,600. So I just copied those as those green lines right there. 44,700, there we go, 40, whatever it was, 3,600. So I copied those lines there. When I executed this trade, you can click down here on paper trading. If you're brand new and you want to learn how to demo trade, it's the same thing if we're trading US30 or Bitcoin or any stocks. As long as you're connected to something, Once you click paper trading, it's going to load an account for you. You could create a new one. There's some settings in here if you want to adjust it. Where is it? There. So you could, where is it? There's a little button in here. I don't mess around with this too often. One of these, there's a little button where you can adjust things. Forgive me, guys. I don't mess around with this too often. There we go. That one, that little arrow. Trading settings, one of these. I think here you can start a new account and you can turn it to, wipe it down to 0. I mean, you can see I've just taken a few trades in here recently, nothing major, but they went in the right direction. That's the main thing. But aside from that, when you've hit paper trading, it's going to first say to connect. So I've already connected to paper trading. How do I unconnect it? Where's that button? Because then I could show you what that looks like. There's this little button that'll say connect. You're either going to connect to a broker if you're trading through a real account, through a broker, through TradingView, or you're going to connect to paper trading to just demo trade, paper trade with fake money. So I've already clicked that button, so I'm already in. Then you're going to click this trading. Let me just get this down. That trade button is going to come up. So what happens there? Trade. Now you've got a trading panel. So what does that mean? You have got options, guys. Market over here means that you are entering the trade instantly. And maybe we'll look at another example in a minute about that. That one, BTC. Yep, okay. And then limit orders, that's when you're going to place the trade and say you're going to decide when price comes up to this level, it's going to execute my limit order and I'm going to set my take profit and my stop loss. So that's executing it, like waiting, set and forget for later. Market is how most of us trade because we get in and out when we're scalping and trading quickly. And so I did that with this. I just looked at it before I went to bed and I said, right, it's in the zone. We've got a triple top. This thing's going to drop. So I executed that. I set my TP to there. I woke up the next morning somewhere around over here and price had already shot all the way through my TP, even way lower, and shot back up. So sure enough, I went to bed over here with a stop loss and I woke up and the trade had won. So guys, that's how easy this can be. You can do this inside a TradingView. If I just hit sell, I would swap the button down here to sell now. And if I click sell, I'd be automatically selling Bitcoin and it would be a leverage trade. And obviously, if you click buy up here, you're then going to be hitting buy over there. And there's ways you can set it up where you can hit these buttons in the top left. But guys, that is essentially paper trading. I took the trade idea, the leverage trade idea. So there's two different options here, leverage and exchange. And I'll explain those in a little bit more detail in a minute. But basically, this trade came through. They're saying bearish. That just means it's a sell. If it's bullish, it's a buy. And they're showing us the entry zone, right there, those two numbers, the invalidation level, which is a stop loss, and the two target levels to aim for. So guys, I'm not going to get into closing partial profits and all that kind of stuff tonight, and that's more advanced trading with whether it's demo or live. But if you're in this trade and you executed one position, there are ways where you could close some of that position at the target zone 1 and leave some to run to the next target, whatever. There are ways to do that. So you can have multiple positions open. But anyway, that was an example of one that ran in the right direction. So where are we right now? We have moved on with Bitcoin and it ripped up this morning back above that zone. And Bitcoin is now up there. So what have we got next, guys? That was a trade from just the other day. Click back to the home screen. You're going to see all of the ideas, whether they're exchange or leverage. Let's just go back to leverage for a second. So what else have we got, guys? Etienne, I know you took this one on Ethereum, and this is one that came through. Again, there's a zone. Nick sent it through. It says 4H, so he's looking at a 4-hour chart. So you could go over to your chart over here. You could look up Ethereum, which I have not looked at much recently. He was looking at a 4-hour chart. So let's just get it looking like his. There we go. You can see that same shape over there, that down and across, and price was somewhere around there. Let's go over to that. See that down and price came across. And so this was the zone that we were looking for, around 2,200. Stop loss 2140. Oop, let's go back. Where are we? There we go. There we go. Suggested entry was around that 2,200 mark. 2140 was the invalidation level. Top target 2140. Did we get that? What happened? So you would have entered somewhere around that 2200 level there. Price just went kaboom, right? To what was the target? Forgive me. 2140. 2140. Did we get 2140? What? 21? How high did this thing run? Sorry, forgive me. Yeah, no, sorry. Exit idea. He's got a typo on exit 3. That was supposed to, that's 2230, 2270. That should be higher. Anyway, 2270, that's meant to be 340. So anyway, little typo. Nick, what's going on? Did we get 2340? Yes, we got 2340. And actually the picture will give us the right level. There you go, 2310. Okay, whatever. 2310, we got 2310. So pay attention to the picture, guys. Everyone, typos happen. But 2310, do we get 2310? There we go. Well, we're at that level right now. We smashed through 3 take profits on Ethereum. So that was another winner. If you're wondering about these trades, guys, here's the results tab. January 9th, today, Nick Gomez, 300 pips on Ethereum. January 8th, 1400 pips on Ethereum. There may have been multiple trades from Nick. Exit on Ethereum, 1000 pips. January 8th, 600 pips. So these are the take profit levels 1, 2, 3 on the way up. Let's find a different one. Danny, Bitcoin one, 400 pips on Bitcoin. Friday, Danny's trade on Bitcoin, 500 pips. Friday, that's probably the first take profit. Let's find a different one. XRP, that's a different one. Nick, he sent through a trade on XRP, 300 pips hit. January 5th, another one on it. Oh, that's the take profit one. Mike Sotero, his trade on Solana, 1000 pips, guys. Then you got the scalper. That's another tool I'm not going to get into tonight. But guys, those are just the results from obviously. There you go, January 3rd, Danny, 1600 pips on Bitcoin. That was the one I just showed that we took. 2nd of January, that was the first take profit zone. Ethereum, there's another one, 1300 pips. So guys, as you can see, this app is money. Not every trade is perfect. Obviously, some don't hit. I think, to be fair, Mike actually sent out one on Solana the other day that didn't run perfectly. It may have stopped out before it went up. Might have been this one. So guys, they don't all win, but here's a little tidbit. You can have a win rate of 50% if your trades are running 1 to 2. And as you can tell, so far, these have hit all TP3s. So as long as you've got a risk to reward of 1 to 2, you are fine. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let's go to the compound calculator for 1 second. The calculatorsite.com, that's chuck in here $1,000. And I showed this briefly the other day. Interest rate of 1. Let's go for 1 year, and let's go just the weekdays. So we're not doing weekends. Let's see what this does. So should be a 13x. So 13 grand. So that is what happens if you show up and you make 1% a day, 5 days a week, and you do it for a year. Now, what does that look like? 5% a week. How doable is that? Well, you're more likely going to be making 10% a week and then losing 5%. So what I mean is, if you take, I don't have a picture to draw it, but if you took a trade, let's just draw one with this Ethereum trade. If you took a long position down there where Nick said it, and it's not going to be in the exact zone that we were talking about, somewhere around 2,200. There we go. Not too bad. Where was that entry? Let's just look at that entry. Let's draw it up. That Ethereum trade was this one. Let's have a look real quick. Stop loss was 2,140. Let's drag that down to 2,140. 2,140 is there-ish. That'll do. And the take profit was, I believe it was 310. So let's do that. Where's 310? So there's an example of, well, okay, 1.9. Well, we want a 1.2, guys. But anyway, obviously it ran higher. You can set TPs, you can close them. Anyway, my point being, most of the time we aim for a 1 to 2. Do your best to hit 1 to 2. Why? If this trade lost, you would have lost your 1% risk. If you won the trade, you would walk away with 2%. And so if you lost 5 trades in a row, if price went bang, 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 and just 5 out of 10, right? You've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% if you're risking 1% per trade. So you've lost 5% for the week. But what if you win 5 trades? So losing 5%, winning 5 times 2 is 10, right? So 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%. That's 10% in the win bank, 5% on the lose bank side. You're still walking away with, where's that tab? You're still walking away with 5% for the week, roughly, which means starting with 1,000, that's what's possible, guys. Obviously, this is all based upon your skill set. Nothing here is guaranteed. You've got to take the information, you've got to apply it. This is just if you're, for instance, following the app. I can tell you our educators with this app have got a better strike rate than 1 out of 2. So anyway, that's an idea just to show you an example of what it looks like if you were coming in here and drawing that risk reward trade. So risking 1 to make 2, compound interest calculator, simple as that. So what does that do over 2 years, guys? I want to show you. And I don't think they're going to be sending out like 5 trades a week. Like, it's not like you get a trade every day, but there's been a few, right? I mean, sheesh, look at this. Where are we? December. There's the 2nd of Jan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me, we're on a trade a day. So 9 trade ideas in 9 days. These guys are cooking. So, okay, maybe I take it back. Maybe it's possible. Maybe you can go and take a trade a day from our educators. That's not bad. So what happens in 2 years, guys? If you're doing this for 1 year and you're doing that, you're making 10%, losing 5%, still ending up with 5% for the week. Across a year, you get a 13x. Now, if doing it for 2 years on the same amount, it's just going to be taking that 13x and giving you another 13x. So I want to clarify if I'm right. I've done this once before, a long time ago. What was that number? About 13k times 13. Well, I didn't do it accurately. It's about 170ish on my phone. What did I did something wrong. That's not right. Not 5 years, excuse me, 2 years. Yeah, well, 5 years is still real. 182. So the reason why that was more is because if you're doing 1% per day, I just took the lump sum and multiplied it on my phone. But right there, that's what happens, guys. It's just compound interest. The only thing compound interest needs is time. And that's why we have that slide in the presentation deck, right? Of where, what is going on? I can see Facebook is spazzing out. There we go. I don't know why. But anyway, let's see. I don't know what's going on with the stream. If we lost it, we lost it. Otherwise, I'm glad you guys are here on Zoom. So anyway, guys, that's the plan. Most of you know this because this is what we're doing with Jay. We're showing up and we're day trading and we're looking to make that 2% each day or 1% a day, whatever your goals are. But aside from that, you can do the same thing by following the SWIPECOIN app. And this is why I highly recommend get a Stocks and Crypto subscription just so you can get this app. Listen to the educators as well. So those are leverage ideas, guys. So that this is the thing. What I'm showing you right here is leverage trading, showing up on the chart, risking 1% to make 2%. That is a leverage trade. I'm going to show you the other of the two things that they send us inside this app. So going back to the home screen, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on Facebook Live, but I've got a tab open here and it looks like it is spazzing out. So I might just refresh my tab to check it's still going. Nope, still good. Cool, we're good. Just gonna mute it. We're good. Just checking because we've got a dozen plus watching over there. So guys, the second tab, those are just leverage ideas that you were looking at over there. What if we go to, and one more thing on leverage, all chats, right? Leverage chat. This is gold. So you can see here, as these, where are we, January 9th, as these trades are being sent to us, push notifications through the app, the educators are also communicating to us. They're not just sending us these ideas and saying, sorry guys, come back later. Just checking the chat quick. Compound, does the money stay in your broker? At least you can do whatever you want with your trading account. You can pull profits as you prefer. Whoever your broker is, you can fund that account, you can grow that account, you can withdraw from that account as you choose to. It's completely up to you. So you're building a balance, obviously, in your trading account. There's no reason for you to keep a large balance in that account. So if you start to progress and, oh, my tab, sorry, let me just bring this window down slightly. There we go. So if you're progressing, and you now got 6 figures in your account, you don't have to keep 6 figures in your trading account. You can move that somewhere else. Heck, you can go invest it in some Bitcoin, like, just to be real. There's no point in you just leaving dollars sitting there. You can still trade as if you have that much. You're still going to show up and risk accordingly. So what is 1% of that? If you're risking 1% on the day, you're going to risk the amount of that. Just because it's not in your trading account, if you still got it, you can obviously, you can choose to risk however you want, but it doesn't have to all stay there. You can risk more than 1%. That's not advisable, but you can, everyone has their different risk tolerance. You can risk more. It's just up to you. The name of the game for us though is capital preservation and risk management. And so risking small, and this is why we look at this. We look at this because we know what happens over time if we're consistent in risking small. You go and risk the farm and you put 10% on this one and suddenly you take a loss, right? Now you're 10% back. Now you've got to grow that account by more than 10% to get that 10% back. You've got to, anyway, I'm not going to get into working that out right now. But where was I? Going back to the leverage chat. So guys, our educators will send through something like this. Here we go. Nick Gomez sends an update. Trade idea is running 100 to 200 points in potential profit. And so 100 to 200 points or pips on crypto is equal to about 10 to 20 pips on like the US 30 or the NASDAQ, the US 100 like we trade. So similar measurements like that. So 100 to 200 points in potential profit. Now it'll say depending on your entry, obviously, depending on when you entered that trade, reduce risk, cover entry if this is your case, holding for zone. So what does that mean? Reduced risk means that you come in here to your trade, you take your stop loss. If I was in a trade right now, I think we have a sell right now, to be fair. I'm pretty sure there's a sell. Let's do this, guys. Let's have a look. And then when they say reduce risk, they're saying move your stop loss to break even or move it into profit. Holding the zone means wait for the zone. And then sure enough, hit zone 1. So this is the sell probably that we're already in that I'm not in. So that one that he sent through there. See, Ethereum, we're in that zone. Price was at 2342 was the zone. Maybe we're still waiting for this. Let's check it out. So have we got a trade right now? 2308. We've already left that zone. 2308. We're down here. So have we gotten up there? Yeah, price may have not actually gotten as high yet. Did it? No, it did. Sorry. Yeah. So depending on when that came through, maybe we're waiting. Let me just check that picture again. I want to make sure. That's on a 1 hour chart. So maybe we're hovering. I'm not quite sure. I haven't studied this trade enough yet, but If you were to enter a sell right now, it would look like this. Let's just do it. So paper trading, trade. Trade running at present. Thanks, Etienne. That guy's busy making money in the background. You hit like what, 5 TPs this week with SWIPECOIN? Thanks very much. you need to buy the educator some lunch at the next event. Okay, so that's it. We're going for a sell. Trade, Ethereum, sell. Just to make this interesting, let's make that a little bit bigger so we can see something happen. Let's make it really interesting. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. Sell. So now we're in a trade. Take the stop loss, the SL, move it to where it should be. Let's just go and check. So, we're on Ethereum. Here we are. That is way more than you would probably be doing. Sorry, I probably should have left a 0 off that trade. What was the stop loss? Normally you check this out before you get in the trade, but this is just for a demo sake. So 2,410. Let's drag that guy to 2,410. There is our stop loss, guy, somewhere around there. Take profit. Where are we for that? Let's go and get him. Take profit, 2,210 is the bottom one. Let's take him down to there. So where are we? 2,210. That's our TP zone. So obviously I entered late, guys. The actual entry was higher up. Let's just check. My phone's going off. It is now dropping trade. There we go. If you can't see, I wanna show that. How do I show that image? Oh, Brian, I've saw that picture. So Etienne just blasted his trade idea that's running in profit on the sell because he got in higher on the Zoom chat. So you might not be able to see that if you're on Facebook, but there it is. Go and drop it in the squad chat, the team chat. So anyway, that if you're in that trade, you should have been up a little higher. So you can see the entry zone was up here in the green box. The actual entries were 2,380 or 2,350, 380 and 350. So if I was to draw a box, I would do something like this. Where's my box? Give me a box, please. A box, something like this. And what did we just say it was? Because my short-term memory right now is not working. 2,350, 380, 350, 380, 350, 380, 380, 350. So that was the zone that you should have entered in. Obviously, we didn't. We entered down here. That's a late entry. Don't do that. I'm just showing you for example's sake. So if you entered here, your stop loss will be there. And guess what? You're running in profit. So Etienne, right now, depending if he got the lower entry, I mean, you could execute anywhere inside here. You could execute one trade, leave one position there. So if price decided to come back up, ping, and then go, you can, there's multiple ways to do this, guys. But for now, say you just entered, sure enough, price hit the zone, left the zone. If you got in there, right now, you would be 4, well, that's 420 points in profit. What did Nick say in that chat? Let's go to the leverage chat. On your phone, guys, this just pings like a notification. There we go. Hit zone 1, 300 pips booked. So it's now running 400 pips in profit. Pips, points, same thing. But as you can see, guys, right there, running from there, measurement tool, if you took the trade from that point, you're 400 pips. So the zone, the first target was there, 30 points or 300 in crypto measurements, but it's running. And if it runs to there, sweet. So once price runs, and it leaves the zone. When they're saying, where is it? Reduce risk to cover entry. What they are saying is take your stop loss, which is sitting up here, and drag that. Oop, it's making me modify the trade. Don't want to do that. What they're saying right there to do is take your stop loss and drag that thing into either to match your entry zone. Now you're a break-even trade. What they used to say, they used to call that a risk-free setup. If you drag it to there, if price aggressively decides to go ping and come up there, it stops you out, but you've lost nothing because now your stop loss is on the right side of profit. So if you moved it down here, because the trade price is currently sitting over here. So this just makes it a little bit bigger in case, this looks better on the recording later. If price is sitting down here, it's in profit. You could take the stop loss, drag it over here, and everything between where my cursor is and where you entered the trade would be gains, locked in gains. You can see right now that this trade has already run slightly in profit since I entered because it's a big position. And technically, if you did enter a position of that size, you'd already be 1,500 US in profit if it was that size. That's probably not normal for most people, but there we go. So as you can see, if price ran all the way down, it would be a very good payday. I put way too many zeros on that lot size. Sorry, but there we go. Just to show you what's possible when you get a big account, guys. So anyway, right here, trade is running in profit. So I technically could take the stop loss and I could drag it just on the other side of that red line right there, locking in $280. And then price would come and knock me out if it came back up. So what does that mean? If I bring it down to there, it just means that now my stop loss is over there. That's what they mean by reduce your risk. let's get back to it for a second. And then they say holding for zone. So what does that mean? Holding for zone? Well, there you go. Zone 1 hit 300 points, pips booked, done. So that zone was over there. That's how you can take the trades from SWIPECOIN and execute them on TradingView. Now, if you're not near a laptop or near a screen that's big enough to do that like this, guys, take my finger, let me take a sip of water. Woo, talking up a storm. Okay, so if you're doing it on your phone, guys, it's exactly the same. You could just take these levels, copy and paste them into MetaTrader, and off you go. Excuse me, leverage ideas. Let's get back in there. That was the last thing I wanted to show with that. So we'll see how that trade plays out because we've got those zones and we're waiting for them. Exit idea 2210. Let's see what happens. So that's the zone we're waiting for on that trade. So there was a buy that went up and now Nick's giving us a short on the way down. So those are just our educators helping us out. Right, other side of SWIPECOIN, guys. I want to move along. We're taking a bit too long. Let's check what I missed here in the chat. With those trades, do they still try and minimize the quantity lot size to put your stop loss at the invalidation level so your trade is only risking 1 to 2%? So Josh, to answer that question, super easy. Your lot size, that has got nothing to do with the entry zone or the, let me just phrase this better for you. If you're minimizing your lot size is going to be determined by the size of your account. So I never do this. Let's get a text box to see if this will make sense. Text. Let's do this. So if you've got a $1,000 account, 1% of that is going to be $10. That means if price got you, that's the maximum risk. So if you want to risk 1% of your account, you're risking $10. Let's just double check my math. It's been a long day. Let's go. 1,000 times 0.1. No, that would be 10%. Yeah, so 1%. Yep, we're good. We're good. We're all good. Everyone's making sense here. $10. That's 1%. So if you're risking, that would be 1% of your account. So what does that mean? We want to say that if we entered the trade here and the stop loss was still up here, if price ran, what was that entry? I'm going to draw this for you. I really want you guys to get this and click with this. So it was 2410. Let's just drag that stop loss back to 2410 for visual sake. 2410. There's our zone. Move the text. So right now, guys, I never draw arrows and things like this, but I feel like I need to right now. Where's an arrow? Give me a drawing tool. Hook rather up. Where out there? I never draw like this. Arrow. I knew it was somewhere. So if you entered, say you took that entry there and your stop loss was up there, you've got to make sure that your lot size that you are executing right here means that if price goes against you, whatever this amount of pips or points is, which in this case is 60, you've got to make sure that your lot size equals 1% of that risk. So what does that mean? I'll work it out for you guys. So I don't know on Ethereum, I do know on the NAS. So for instance, if this was the NASDAQ or the US 30, 60 pips would be this. You're looking to take, you're dividing your $10 across, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pips for that size. For argument's sake, let's make this easier. It's so much easier with, is that gonna be better? 30, I can do that. $10 divided by 30 is gonna be 0.33. So that makes it. So if you entered here, you got in the trade at this point, let's just adjust our little arrow. If you got the best entry, your risk, it's a 30 pip stop loss or 300 in crypto measurements. But, oh, there we go. Etienne's dropping calculators in the chat for us. So right now, if you are risking 1% on this trade, you would take your $10, divide it by 30 pips, and that would give you 0.33. Your lot size, if this was the US 30 or the NASDAQ, would be 0.3. You could execute a lot when you go and click trade up here where this said 1,000. You would not be doing that. I just don't think you can get you can't do points like less than 1 inside of paper trading on TradingView, but you can on MetaTrader 4. So over here, your units or your lots, they're the same thing. A unit of 1 or less than 1 in this case. Let's work this out. Let's change our account size. I know how to do this for you guys. Give me my text back. How do I change my text? There we go. Let's do this. 3,000. That means now we're risking 30. This is going to work. So right now, this is a 30 pip stop and we're risking $30. So now we could take a lot size of 1.0 or a unit of 1.0. So you're going to go at 1.0, sell. Right now, selling that amount would be correct for that example. So just to clarify that. Then if price ran down from that zone, for every point, I'm making $1 per point. So I would be $70 in profit over there, and I would be $170 in profit by the time it got down there. If you were risking on a $3,000 account, you were risking 1%. That 1% would be equal to $30. So it just means that you stand to lose. You are risking. Whatever you're risking, it means that you stand to lose $30. In this case, if the trade ran that way, 30. If it goes this way, 170. So that is how leverage trading works. You're risking that amount to make that amount. So just to clarify. Okay, Kimberly, we will answer questions about hot and cold wallets later. Otherwise, reference the 3 sessions Damon did with us for that. That's a little bit more buying, selling, swapping. Might get into that later, but time might get along with us tonight. So to get back to the other side of it, guys, exchange ideas. I really want to show you this quickly. So the other side of this, gosh, there's a whole NFT thing I'm not going to get into, but these guys will send you buy, sell, swap ideas for NFTs if you wanted to get any, when to hold them, when to sell them. Like, this is a thing. For some of you, it might not be. Obviously, for some of our community, it really is, and you can do very well. Damon covered all of this, even this 10K TF thing. Like, these guys, this is a serious thing. Like, you can make mega money in NFTs. It's just, it requires a bit of attention. And so our educators will do that for you if you want. You can pay attention to that. We've got educators in Go Live, which focus on that. And I'll show you that in a second. But for now, moving on, exchange ideas. I really want to show you this quick. So what is an exchange idea? Let me take a sip of water. Someone type crypto in the chat if you are excited about what's going to happen in crypto this year. Okay. Okay, cool. Couple people excited about crypto. Let's get it. All right, guys. So cool. I can see some people commenting on Facebook as well. Susan, thank you so much for posting that link to Alex's website on Facebook. Really appreciate you. Okay, so over here, guys, exchange idea. So an exchange idea means that you are buying, selling, or swapping actual crypto. You're investing into an actual something. So in this case, these are examples. They will ping through on the phone exactly the same way. So they sent through trade ideas in December for Illuvium, for ENS, and Mike covered that the other day. Ethereum naming service, FTM, you've got Compound, Ethereum, Chainlink, that's Polkadot, and it goes on. They've sent through trade ideas for ages. So what does this mean? Let's have a look. Chainlink is one I know and love. Let's pull this up. I've not looked at a chart of Chainlink for a long time. Same deal. Price was hovering above the zone when they sent the trade through. So this is why, guys, this is why this app is so powerful, because a lot of guys will DCA, or dollar cost average. Type DCA in the chat if you want to understand this context. That means that you are dollar cost averaging. Every Friday when you get paid, you are taking X percentage of your payday and you are investing it into a market. It could be into a stock like Tesla. It could be into a crypto like Chainlink right here. And some people will just blindly do that every Friday or Monday or whatever day, it doesn't matter. But over time, you get a good average, because you might invest some here, some here, some here, some here, some here, and some here, and some here, maybe some here. And what happens is price is going down. By investing more and more and more and more, your average price is becoming better. So if you invested a whole lot high up here, if you're investing more as price goes lower, as price begins to go back up, your average price of buy-in has become better. So dollar cost averaging is a great strategy. But instead of just blindly throwing your money at the market, our educators send through ideas like this, where Chainlink was sitting here. The blue lines are the entry zone. The bottom line is calling all cards. Something is wrong with Chainlink, which would not happen. This is an amazing project. $15 is a take profit zone right here. So let's go and look at Chainlink, because this is an opportunity for you to buy some actual Chainlink. And so let's see. Cardano.chainlinks. Oh, it's Solana back at 100. Okay, so link. Let's get on to what chart number was that? He was sending it on a 2 week. That's a real high time frame. Let's go for a daily, shall we? Chainlink. There we go. On the daily. When did he send that idea? He sent this out on 30th of August. Chainlink, $4 to $5. 30th of August, $4 to $5. August, September, August. 30th of August, bang, somewhere around there-ish. Wow. Okay, so there you go. That's what's going on. Let's drop the zone. 30th of August, guys. What happened? What was the actual buy-in zone? It was, let's have a look at it. So this is how they're going to send you these opportunities to buy in. So 415, 558, 415, my brain, for anywhere inside of, okay, anywhere inside of there-ish. And what did he say? 558 there-ish. Is that right? Surely not. We got in the zone. Price was in there. 558. Did we get in the zone? Maybe price didn't. I don't know. Well, anyway, at that point, you could have, well, obviously you could have gotten some earlier. I mean, price was in that zone, and that's not the only buy. So guys, this is the thing. They were calling out buyers for this. You can see that price did enter that zone. So maybe no one got any Chainlink on that call, but they have called it out over and over and over again. But for instance sake, say that that's the entry zone and you bought some Chainlink down there. Then they've given you take profits. So where were those zones? Take profits were at, and if you're dollar cost averaging again, you might be like, okay, price is not there yet. I'm gonna invest what, $10 this week, $10 next week, 10. Oh, okay, we haven't got there. $10, $10, $10, and you average in that way. So $15. Did we get to $15? Well, yeah, we smashed up high. So Chainlink, since the point of there-ish, went up 130% to now. It went up as high as 193%, but there we go, 130% on your money. So that's almost like a 3x, guys. 2x conservatively. So that's an exchange idea. That is you putting some money into Chainlink and holding it for a zone. Now, where's Chainlink been in the past? From memory, about 46. Let's see if my memory serves me correctly in the last bull run. How high did Chainlink go? Well, 30. No, there we go. There we go. I thought it. Yep. No. Yeah. What? Where are we? 52. Excuse me. Okay. I thought it was. There we go. 53. So, guys, even buying some now is not necessarily a bad idea. Thanks, Elaine, dropping that win with AM in that chat too. So, guys, what happens if you were buying Chainlink now and we get to the all-time high? You still got an opportunity to make 280%. Now, this is not a buy zone. I would be waiting for a pullback on Chainlink to come down, because what happens in the world of investing, you get retracements. And I'm not going to get into it in a big way right now, but Fibonacci is an amazing tool. Our crypto educators talk about it all the time, or Curtis Cobain does. That's going from a low point to a high point. In a trending market, you might bounce off the 38% zone and go up, but you'll be waiting for zones down here. You'd be waiting for this 50 to 61.8 zone for retracement. So if price came down to that zone, I'd be looking to buy some Chainlink in there. If it came lower, I would definitely be buying some in there. And then from there, you could expect price to come down and keep going up. Because guys, this is the cycle. Price goes up, price comes down. Bear markets don't last forever. I bet you everyone's wishing they bought more Chainlink right now, but as you can see, price continued to go up. So that's an example of an exchange idea, investing into some actual crypto. There are some much higher targets on Chainlink. There we go, 25, 35. So yeah, Mike's also calling that out to be like 25 over there, 35. Yeah, you see wanting to get out over there before we wick that high, because people will take profits. When you get up to a high like this over there, there'll be a sell-off. So take some profit, take some profit. No one goes broke taking profits, famous saying. And then you could hold some for the all-time high. Heck, in a bull run, guys, I would expect this to shoot past its all-time high, just like I do everything else that's healthy in the world of crypto. So what else have we got? So guys, that's an exchange idea. If you're looking to build a portfolio, you're looking to invest in crypto, let's go to coingecko.com. I think 12,000 different cryptocurrencies. And yes, a whole lot of the little meme coins and things are going to run and do great things, but if they've got no use case, you've probably got no use in buying them. So it's what you call a cross your fingers and toes kind of an investment. Or pump and dump, which means you can get dumped on. You might do okay. There's always a story out there of one in every crowd that's done amazing with a pump and dump with a meme coin. But guys, if it ain't got use case, there's not much use in buying it. So you've got Bitcoin up here. What do we got? 12,098 different crypto coins. No one's going to research that in their lifetime. Mike Sotero talked about that the other day. So our educators, guys, they go and research all of these. They will tell you what a large cap, mid cap, low cap coin is based on the market cap. You've got 918 get this right, billion with a B in Bitcoin right now alone. You've got a market cap in crypto right now of 1.8 trillion. Last year, we're up to 3 trillion. So guys, we're still under, we're still waiting for this thing to fire back up. But what happens, guys? You've got all these different zones. I mean, what is this? This is Ethereum in September. Sheesh. There you go. Buying some Ethereum anywhere down there in September at $1,500. How are you doing right now, Ethereum? Well, we know. We were just looking at it, right? We've got that little sell happening. But what happens if you wanted to buy some Ethereum? Looking at a daily chart right now, it's going to load for us. There's the Ethereum chart. There's the pool. Guys, Fibonacci, we could do this all day. But I mean, look at that. There's the cycle, previous cycle up and down. The cycle, look at that. Price came exactly to the 83.5% zone that we have marked up, like with Fibonacci. And then went out. And so in September, when were we? November, September, somewhere down there. When did he call that out? That level? This was in September 21, getting in around 1570-ish. What did I say? November, September, somewhere in the middle here. September, there we go, somewhere in there-ish. Price did enter our zone there of we got as low as that, guys. Sheesh. If you bought some Ethereum down there, are you excited about that right now? Well, Yeah, because price on Ethereum is up 95%. And if you bought some Ethereum down there and you're holding it for the all-time high of what is it? We almost got 5K, 360%. Do you think the number 2 crypto on the planet right now is going to get back to its all-time high? Yes. Am I betting the farm on it? No. But would I pay attention to Ethereum? Yeah. Why would I pay attention to Ethereum? 80% plus of all other altcoins, other alternative coins in the crypto space are built on top of the Ethereum network. It is not going to disappear. So buying Ethereum, guys, our educators were telling you when. Why is this a big deal? You don't have to go and research everything, but you have the opportunity to just pay attention to our educators. So where do they teach us? They teach us in Go Live. Let me just check what's going on over here. There we go. Thanks, Etienne, for answering some of those questions. Etienne, absolute legend in the crypto space in our squad. Okay, so Go Live, guys. This is what we get access to. So obviously with the Academy, you've got your main web page here. You can go to IM Center. Inside of IM Center, you're going to learn some foundations firstly. Let me log back in to there. And so when you're brand spanking new, guys, day one, you're going to IM Center and you're going to go and learn some foundation. So if it's in foreign exchange, you're going to learn some foreign exchange videos. There's a little course in here, 27 videos. You're going to work through those. They've updated the courses, brand new videos I haven't even watched yet. You're going to watch the foreign exchange ones, or you're going to watch the crypto ones, whichever ones you are going for. There's some foundational pre-recorded videos that are going to help you understand what crypto is. And I'm not going to get into that right now. Then after that, you're going to go live. And, for most of us, we tune into Jay. He was live twice this morning teaching on foreign exchange and crypto. Most of us, let's see, where are we? Let's get into the Stocks and Crypto Academy right now. In here, let me take another sip of water. Guys, everything you're looking at here is the weekly schedule for our educators. So when I got started here 2.5 years ago, guys, I went all in. I spent hundreds of hours learning from these educators, and I know the ins and outs of crypto now. There's always more to learn, but I can tell you, I applied the knowledge, and within the end of my 3rd month, I was up 40% on what I was doing in the crypto space. So went well beyond that in the months after. So anyway, just from listening to these guys, Curtis Cobain, legend. Mike Sotero, legend. Obviously, Jay, 3 times a week, teaching us how to use sniper vision on crypto, guys. So you can come in here and learn from him. He's got favorite sessions as well. So if you've been in foreign exchange, I was on the session this morning. He had Corinne jump on and talk about all sorts of astrology stuff with crypto. He's got a boot camp, teaches you how to use sniper vision. There we go. There's that. Just want to show you that super quick. So where was I? So you're going to come in here. So the guys, you can see the names here, right? You can see that Nick Gomez sends through the Ethereum ideas and the XRP ones. He's actually known as Ripple Nick because XRP is made by Ripple. He's an XRP specialist. Danny sends through the day trades on Bitcoin. There goes Nick on Ethereum again. Danny, Mike Sotero, Solana. He loves Solana. And you might see another name in there every now and then, but probably not. Not on the leverage trade ideas. The exchange ideas, you're going to see Curtis Cobain a whole lot. Where is he? There we go. Curtis Cobain, black chart. You can see that. So he was sending through that one. And Mike has been busy. He's going for it. He's been loading that up. So with that, guys, I would like to, if I were you, I would listen to Mike Sotero and Curtis Cobain twice a week over there. They often jump on each other's channels. It's a blast. It's real fun. That's what I call what they call edutainment, not my term. But they're going to show you in those sessions. You're going to click on Mike's face. You're going to see he's got some favorite videos as well. He's got a DeFi bootcamp, 1, 2, 3, 4 days in there. You're going to learn the ins and outs of DeFi. What is that? Decentralized finance, and how to do that. So that's how to do all that fun stuff. Then there's Curtis Cobain's channel. I highly recommend Portfolio Watch. You see he had a session there. He's got a favorite session. So these are all the recorded ones. You miss one, it's always here. But his favorites are going to be like how to trade. And so I went through all of these videos and more, guys. You can see Fibonacci. I've got the same colors. The way that he draws his Fibonacci retracements. Guys, honestly, best risk management class ever. It's 2 hours long. Yeah, brilliant. Fibonacci, there's number 7. So you find number 1. He's got Day 1 Crypto Security 2.0. Definitely watch that. If you want to learn how to do security, there was a question about a wallet. He's the master on that. Him and Damon, they're the masters. Then you've got Day 2, Fibonacci Simplified. Day 3, Supply and Demand Zones. If you just learn that stuff, you're gold. Bear Market Blueprint. Some harmonic patterns, a bit more advanced. Trend line breakdown. Brilliant. You'll never wonder how to draw a trend line ever again. Fibonacci Sweet Spot Zone. More Fibonacci Supply and Demand. Honestly, guys, I can't stress enough. These videos, and this is where our whole community really spent our first 6 months learning and growing together because the content there is gold. So come in, tune in, learn. You can treat these a bit like a podcast if you're busy. You can listen on the go while you're driving, while you're doing something. You don't always need to watch. Sometimes they might mark up a chart and they'll get into it. They'll show you things like this. They'll draw up a chart and they'll say, okay, here we go. This is what's happening, guys. We've left the zone. prices now are moving up or holding, etc. So I mean, let me get rid of the Fibonacci retracement. But yeah, there's that little, there's the sell right now happening because we're getting a short-term retracement. Long-term though, obviously very, very bullish on Ethereum. So what else have we got, guys? That is the SWIPECOIN app exchange and leverage ideas. And again, there's an exchange chat. So what does that look like? They're going to tell us about taking profits. So DeFi Mike is live, compound, re-entry zone. So prices come back to the zone. Mike and Kurt live. ENS hit the first take profit. He's live, etc. They're going to tell us. Oh, Star Atlas, that did a 3x. XRP potential entry zone, 50 to 60 cents. That trade was gold. If you guys saw that, I missed it, but Mike referenced it the other day. He called out XRP. If it wasn't here, maybe it was in Go Social. Maybe it was on his Go Live. Anyway, I know that he called it out because I was on a Go Live. But he's just calling out those trades and then commenting inside the chat. So guys, let's get out of that. Showed you some Go Live, showed you some of, so yeah, you're going to come in here, follow these educators, listen to crypto, listen to them break down the markets. I mean, if you want to get more, I mean, obviously this is stocks and crypto. We're not talking about stocks tonight. Carolyn Borodin, this lady right here, she is one of the most profound ladies in our company. She worked on Wall Street for over 30 years. She's been on every finance TV show in the world. Yeah, she knows a thing or two. She's written books. She's known as the Fibonacci Queen. She can break down these markets like no one else. So if you want to learn about stocks, you're going to go listen to her. But for most of us right now, we're back in crypto pretty hard. So for now, guys, let me unshare my screen. That was a whole lot of that. Guys, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat related to what I've shown you guys tonight, preferably. Otherwise, I just wanted to go detailed on that. I want to show you how to use that app. Obviously, when it comes to buying, selling, swapping actual crypto, you're going to have to choose an exchange to do that. Whatever that is for you, wherever the world you are, there's obviously all the different options, whether that be, New Zealand, there's things like, and I'm not affiliated with any of these. I've never even used some of them. Easy Crypto is a New Zealand one. Excuse me, I've never used it. Binance, Coinbase, etc. You got to figure out what it looks like for you. Once you have bought it, you don't want to leave any large amounts of crypto on an exchange because an exchange can get audited. Things can happen where you are locked out, you cannot get your funds, or an exchange could crash. It's happened. Like, that is why the world of crypto is getting more and more regulated. There's a high opportunity for gains, but there's also a potential for loss if you're investing it in a sketchy place. And so don't leave your crypto on an exchange. We've already covered this. You need a wallet, something like Exodus, which is on your desktop, not your phone, or MetaMask, Ethereum-based wallet where you can keep things, Ethereum-based tokens, NFTs, etc. You want to be able to hold your crypto so no one else can touch it. That's the buying, selling, swapping side of things, guys. The trading side, as you can see tonight, really easy to take advantage of the SWIPECOIN app and the leverage trade ideas that are flying at us. If you don't have as much time and you don't want to get into leverage trading, which I still think is not that hard, once you have learned how to copy and paste on your phone with MetaTrader 4, it's a piece of cake to set and forget. But if you want to at least get into portfolio building, guys, there will never be a time like this again to get, I believe, the deals that are on hand over the next few months. Crypto will have its wild pullbacks, but we are going to see a run. Curtis Cobain said on Go Live 2 or 3 days ago, this will be the mother of all bull runs. I believe him. I've been listening to that man for 2.5 years and he knows what he's talking about because he's been in crypto for more than one 4-year cycle. And so if you haven't been in crypto for a 4-year cycle, listen to those that have. That's what I'm doing. So I'm not saying listen to me, I'm saying listen to them. So guys, with that, I want you to be able to take full advantage and not leave any money on the table this year. And so you've got options. So we're gonna do one last little 5-minute thing here before we move along because we have a big announcement. We've got lots happening. Sheesh, I should have done this in the beginning. We have, for those of us in Auckland or around Auckland, we're going to do another big in-person live event next week. And so Tuesday night, next week, if all goes, I've just got to nail down a couple more details. I'll create a Facebook event. I'll do all the things. Looking to do one very similar to what we did last time. So the feedback was huge. Dad came early, helped people with their laptops to set their first ever live or demo trades in the markets. He was there to help, with the mechanics of how to do it. And so I know that a lot of you guys are keen for more of that. So bring a friend along. I'll create an event with the times and dates, but Dad will be doing that kind of thing again. And then we'll have another value add session where either myself, my dad, or maybe Mario, I haven't even chatted to him yet, we'll be doing something beyond that. So next week, Tuesday, 1 week from today, an event. Guys, bring a friend along. I can tell you now, this year, it's not going to be financially easier, I believe, for anyone out the gate. I can't foresee everyone's economic situations just magically improving without you putting in some effort. And so what I mean by that, so with the Academy, guys, there's 3 different ways to make money. And a lot of you, I'm just checking. I know we might have some guests with us tonight and some of us have been here for a while, but with our Academy, there are 3 different ways you can make money if I have to box them. There's way more than that. I mean, you could learn how to build an e-commerce store, you could learn how to build a social media brand and how to monetize that. We have a social media academy, we have an e-commerce academy, we have stocks and crypto, foreign exchange, a travel club, and we have obviously referral-based business. And you can get involved in as much of that or as little of that as you want. I want to encourage you with this. All of the smart people in the world that have written business books and have gone the way and showed the way, they recommend MSI, multiple streams of income. Bob Proctor taught on that in a huge way. Bob, Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, all of these very, very high net worth individuals that we're aware of, so many of them got their start in network marketing. Why is that a big deal? Well, guess what? You actually have the opportunity to do that with IM. Whether you choose to or not, it's completely up to you. You don't have to do any of that. But guys, for those of you that don't know, some of you do, maybe you don't. 3 different ways you make money in IM. If I have to categorize them, you've got what I call long-term legacy or later money. That's learning how to invest in things like stocks and crypto. You're going to put some money in the market and you're going to hold it over time. And that's going to be money that your kids and your grandkids thank you for in a huge way. Obviously, the more significant the investment, the more significant the return. So if you're putting in $1,000 right now, by the end of the bull run, depending on where you put that, it might be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, some Chainlink, some who knows what, that is going to grow. Like it's just from year on year, 4-year cycles in crypto, unless you're investing in some ridiculous thing. If you're investing in those safe things, like Bitcoin on average, I believe is close to 200% per year. It's the highest performing asset of the last 10 years. We've got things like ETFs coming into play soon. Big money is showing up in this space. We are still early. And so long-term legacy wealth looks like taking the money you have that's doing nothing in the bank and putting it into something like those exchange ideas. And over time, you can take profits or you can hold for the long term, set and forget, treat it how you want to, but you're not going to probably retire off that money in a heartbeat. So you need to be in the market for a cycle or a few years to make some good gains. Like, look, Solana, guys, Mike Sotero was ranked, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to show you the screen share again, but Solana was at $8, was at $200+ in the last bull run 2 years ago. Solana is a big deal. It pulled back all the way to $8 and at 10 and at 12, and Mike Sotero was screaming, buy Solana, guys, buy Solana, buy Solana. People are like, I don't know, is this thing going to recover? Guys, the projects that have got use case that our educators have vetted are worth paying attention to. If you invested in Solana when it was $10, well, it's at 100 right now, and it went to 113. And so there's a 10x on your investment before the bull run even officially starts. And so pay attention. Solana's one. So you can have a 10x. So you could have 1,000, turn 1,000 into 10,000. Cool. We haven't even started the bull run yet. Where's Solana going to go? Mike believes somewhere around $500 a coin. We'll see. During this bull run, I don't know. But that's an opportunity, guys. And 500 is not a big shoot from its previous all-time high of 200 either, considering big money showing up. So guys, long-term legacy wealth, investing in crypto, highly recommend it. You've got to do your own research, plug into the educators, and build your own portfolio and diversify it how you see fit. How you're going to do that, I'm not going to tell you. Some people will say things like a conservative portfolio might sound like 50% in Bitcoin. It's the dinosaur. It's the safe one. It's not the best out of the lot, but it's the safe one that people back. And so 50% in there, safe for the long-term hold. Then they might say 40% in mid to large cap coins. What's that? Coins that are in the 100 billion and above zone-ish. So that could be Ethereum. That could be XRP. That could be a Chainlink. Something that's got some use case, Cardano, whatever. 10%, maybe more, into the wild caps, the low caps, things that are going to do more crazy gains. That could be something like Flow. Guys, Flow is an a company that powers NFTs with the NBA Top Shot, the NFL, the UFC. They've got contracts with all those companies. They're probably not going anywhere. $43 in the last bull run, and they were as low as $1. What are they right now? Just so that I'm not quoting something random. Flow is sitting at, I just saw it, 79 cents. Yeah, about that. Previous high, you do the math, of $43. Will it get back to the all-time high? I don't know. I believe it will, but that's, I personally said it because I actually own some Flow. I'm not telling you to go buy it. I'm just saying, pay attention. There's a more than 43x if it's at 80 cents. It's probably a 50x. So there's an opportunity. Don't put the whole farm on that, but put what you are okay with risking on something like Flow, which could be a 50x. Maybe, I don't know. So that's building a long-term legacy wealth portfolio, which you're not going to pay off your mortgage with in a hurry, but it's building long-term wealth. And we're here for the long term, guys. So let me take a sip of water. All right, let's wrap up soon. Last little bit. Gone longer than I thought we would. Box 2. So box 1, long-term legacy wealth. Box 2 is what I call tomorrow money, learning how to trade. Guys, that's the compound calculator I showed you. That's learning how to make 1% a day, 2% a day, whatever, 5% a week, and compounding over time. Learning how to become a consistently profitable trader will take time. You've got to grow your mindset and grow your skill set. I usually say it's something like 18 months to 3 years. Sure, you could do it in 6 months. We've had people retire from their jobs in 6 months. Shout out to Bernice, who's in Namibia right now having a blast with Ruan. She's been here for 6 months. She retired from her job. And that's not her only source of income, but she's no longer required to be there because of how she managed to trade and go live with a real account. So those results are hers. Will they be yours? I don't know if you're going to put in as much effort as hers. So it's possible in 6 months, but I don't like to say that. I like to say under promise, over deliver. Look at it like 18 months to 3 years if you're consistent. If you're consistent, your results will be consistent. So that's the 18 months to 3 year journey of being a consistent, profitable trader. Obviously, if you're following SWIPECOIN, you can become consistently profitable a bit earlier. Just follow SWIPECOIN and learn how to take sniper vision and fine tune your entries. Like I was chatting to Dad about that today. You could take that entry on Ethereum and be like, okay, here's the zone. Let's wait for the 15-minute chart to turn around. Okay, we're in sell mode right now. Let's do it. Let's take the trade. And on the 5-minute chart, take an entry, whatever. Like you can take what you've already learned and apply it with the SWIPECOIN app. And so learning how to trade, I call that tomorrow money because the next 18 months is going to go by just as quick as the last 18 months, guys. And you can be in a position in 18 months to 3 years where you do not need a day job anymore, where your trading has got to a point where that can be your income source and it's done before the sun's up. Excuse me. So that is the opportunity with trading. That is tomorrow money. Now, last box, not for everyone. I call it today money because it's the referral side of IM, which is there. It's not the main thing for everyone, but it's powerful. And so why is it powerful? Well, guys, at a bare minimum, if you show up as a student and get started like we all do, and you help 2 other friends get started, you refer them to what I call financial Netflix, and they decide to get on this journey with you. Firstly, you have helped 2 people change the trajectory of their financial future like you have no idea. Even if they decided to quit after 2 or 3 months, but they've shown up to classes like tonight, and they've gotten some mindset and some blueprints on morning routines, or they've shown up to our weekend calls with Greg and Melanie and Richard. Guys, when they're going to be on a different trajectory, full stop. But they also might go on to trade and be better than you and completely outperform you and turn around and actually help you become a better trader. You have no idea. Your results, I'm not going to guarantee them any results, just like theirs won't guarantee you, but you have no idea how other people are going to respond to this environment. And it's up to them to make the decision if they want to do it. And it's got nothing to do with us. It's just showing someone the information and then them making their own adult informed decision. And so I'm all about that. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. But in that sense, I wouldn't be here unless Jono shared it with me. Jono was part of IM for a year. Still not sure why he took that long to tell me. But anyway, he did. I got started. I went into go live. I spent my first 3 or 4, 5 days deep watching hours and hours of content. I was blown away. And I just got on the phone and I called my brother. I called Josh. I called Jared. I called a few other of my mates. I said, guys, we missed the .com thing. We're not missing this crypto thing. We've got to learn this stuff. Let's do it together. Let's shift our family's trajectory. Let's create some accountability and let's do this. And that's how our community was birthed. There was 4 or 5 of us that did it. And then word got out and word got out and word got out. And then Etienne jumped in and then Mario jumped in and then Tyler jumped in. And then, and then obviously Elaine and Michael Jacobson, all these other names that we know that have been here and have thrived because they've been here for more than 2 years. And if you're not thriving yet, guys, just give yourself time. Like give this thing time, depending on what you focus on. But at the same time, all those names that I just dropped, they've also referred a few people along the journey, some less than others. Some of those names have referred less than a dozen, but they've got maybe 70 people inside of what is now a business paying, over $1,000 a month. And so what do I say by that? 2 and free. If you refer 2 people, you can have a free subscription. If you choose to, you can obviously take that further. So free money, guys, free subscription. That is nuts. So instead of paying for this thing every month, you now have got free education if your 2 referrals are active. Beyond that, if you decide to turn this into a business where you're referring more than 2, you don't get a free subscription, but now you're getting paid. And if you refer 3 people, which I guarantee more than 3 people that want to do this, I know because they're out there and they message me all the time, or I'm talking to people, it just happens. And new people obviously joining our community all the time. If 3 people join you, you're Platinum 150. The Academy says, thank you. These people would be here without you. Thank you for bringing this business to our Academy. We're now going to pay you $150 a week. Whoopang. You've got residual income in your life, another stream of income. Now, no one's probably going to quit their day job over what is about 37 US or 50 to 60 New Zealand dollars per week, but that's still 50 New Zealand dollars per week, guys. That's showing up in your account every week. Now, no one aims for Platinum 150. That's great, but you're not designed to stay there. Platinum 600, guys, 10 to 12 individuals that have joined you directly or indirectly. That means if 3 people join you and they experience value and they go out and share it with their friends, IM goes, hey, these people wouldn't be here unless you were here. Thank you. Your business has grown. You now got 12 individuals in your team. We're going to pay you 600 US a month. Guys, this happened to me in 2 months without having any experience in this place. I was just fired up and excited by what I experienced. 600 US a month is about 1,000 New Zealand a month. It's 220 New Zealand dollars per week. Guys, someone dropped 220 in the chat if $220 per week would be meaningful to you. That's groceries for a family. That's, heck, I can tell you now, You can finance a $50,000 brand new car off $200 a week. I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm just telling you what's possible if. I'm just saying, because I'm just looking at all the different things in life in a different way. But it's like $220 per week. Okay, cool. That's that. Some people have done that in our community in 2 weeks. It took me 2 months with no experience. I'm telling you now, you can do that as fast as you want to do that. There are people in your community that want these skills. Just bring them to a live event. Beyond that, 23 to 30 people in your business now, they're paying you $1,000 US a month. Guys, that's about $380 per week. That's a bit more significant. Now, where does that go? You can go further than that. We've got people in our community that are inches away from Platinum 2000 that have referred less than a dozen people. And so you don't have to refer all of them. You just might refer a few who refer a few. You don't know. That's the beauty of it. But over time, it can compound just like a compound plan on trading. And so 2,000 US dollars a month, guys, that's about 750 to 800 New Zealand dollars per week. Guys, Noah did that in 45 days. It's possible. You can do this as slow or fast as you choose to. For me, it took me about 18 months to get to that point. Now, why is it a big deal? I want to say Platinum 2000, someone write house, drop house in the chat, because I've done the math. Thank you, Elaine. If you own a 4-bedroom property in Auckland, in Howick, and I looked recently, and you spent $1.25 million to buy that 3 or 4-bedroom home in Auckland, you need to have that $1.25 million to own it outright. Then you could rent that for about $700 to $900 per week. So guys, just get this through your head for a second. This business model, this is why all of the greats talk about it. If you're a Platinum 2000, you're earning $700 to $900 per week, depending on the exchange rate. It is the equivalent of you outright owning a $1.25 million property in East Auckland. Now, you tell me this. How much effort does it take to outright own a $1.25 million property? How many years? It might take you 30 years to own that house if you're paying off the mortgage. But having a business over here, and if say it takes you 45 days, say it takes you 18 months like me, say it takes you 3 years, guys. 3 years versus 30 with a mortgage. If you hit Platinum 2000, you're getting paid $700 to $900 per week. I'm just giving you some context. It's like owning a house without the headaches. Obviously, you're not going to get long-term appreciation, but it's different. Guys, Platinum 5000, that took me 2 years to get to. That is different. I mean, weekly now, we're talking closer to like, the more double that, whatever that is. It's close to $2,000 per week. And then, you can enroll your spouse. You can have more than one position in this business. So if you get started and you enroll, we'll have this conversation all the time. But I just want you to not leave money on the table this year, because you can share this with your friends, or I will, because I'm now getting to the point where I might start running the odd ad on some of my Instagram content. I'm having people reach out to me, and I love it because there's people out there that are actively looking for a community like ours. And so do your best, guys. Make a list. Think of the people that you love and care about, or just think of someone who you know is ambitious and wants to do something different, who needs another stream of income, and send them a simple text, give them a call, invite them to our event next week or to a live like this, share this recording with them. And if you're watching this recording on YouTube or later, I just want to say thanks for making it this far. But if you made it this far, then yeah, there's another way you can make money. And it might be building a long-term portfolio. It might be trading. It might be the business. It might be all of the above. I do all of the above. I'm not leaving money on the table. I am all about impact. I want to help as many people become financially free and free holistically as possible, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, the whole shebang. But with that, guys, referring people to this space is super powerful. And so I don't want you to leave money on the table this year. All that to say, easy to do, easy not to do. If you want help with that, I encourage you to learn how to do it properly. Don't go freaking your friends out with crypto this and pips that and trading and compounding. Don't talk about the stuff they don't have a grid for. Just say, I found a way to make some money online. It's really powerful. I'm excited about it. I think you would do great at this. It might be a good fit for you. It might not. Either way, it's all good. You're giving people now. We're not selling anything. We're just helping people see some information if they want to. If it might be a good fit for you, it might not. But if I shared a video with you, would you watch it? Or if I invite you to one of our next events, would you come? Simple as that. It's up to them. Half of them will tell you yes, half of them will tell you no. And I can tell you now that 1 to 2 out of those 5 that told you yes will probably sign up with you, and there's your free subscription at a bare minimum. It's just numbers. And so I can tell you now, you can do this fast, you can do this slow, you don't have to do it. But guys, when you're the reason that someone learns a skill, when you're the reason that you picked up the phone call and 6 months later, someone like Bernice resigned her job. If I didn't share this with someone, if I didn't share this with Etienne, Elaine wouldn't have seen it, Sylvia wouldn't have seen it, Bernice wouldn't have seen it, and Bernice wouldn't have been able to resign her job. That is the domino effect of you deciding to look beyond your own life and think about who are the people around me that need help right now. There's a beautiful domino effect of you inviting someone to learn these skills, to get the mindset and the skill set to become financially free. I believe we need it this year. So guys, we have gone far longer than I thought I would. But with that, guys, I just want to say thank you. Love and appreciate each and every one of you. Tomorrow, Alex Morton's first live is going to be happening. I'll create a Facebook event for our live event next week. In the meantime, get on those charts, get in the Go Live, get SWIPECOIN, guys. Get the Stocks and Crypto app. If you need any help with adjusting your subscription, if you want to either swap to Stocks and Crypto instantly, you might have to wait till your refresh date. Otherwise, you can upgrade to Empowered and get that in there and get the Mindset Academy for free. Guys, it's like 60 US or 65 more to have an Empowered pack. It's crazy to not have this app. It's gonna rock your world. So anyway, with that, love and appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you on Go Live with Jay in the morning and on our live events soon to come. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Have an amazing night. That's Candace Stream. Thank you, Facebook. I can see we still got a bunch. Man, well done. Thanks for hanging out with us, Facebook. Love you all. Reach out if you have any questions or if you want to get started. Whoever invited you here or shared this video with you can help you get plugged in. It takes 5 minutes to sign up. We'd love to help you get up and running and help this be the year of your life. So with that, guys, I'll say goodnight and we'll see you soon. All right. Good night, everyone.